thought I'd do a little segment called Musings of a Human Being. I've always enjoyed thinking about, I don't know, maybe they're not uncommon things, but just things about life that are perplexing and trying to come to some kind of satisfactory answer for me to my queries and questions. And I wanted to talk a little bit about creation as I'm flying around creation. You do not need to see me for this. Let's look out here at the beautiful creation. And it is a creation. It is created, it is made, it is designed. I really want to conduct an experiment, and maybe I can do it this coming winter. I am fairly certain I know what the results will be, but if I could find a child, I don't know, 8, 10 years old, younger, but a kid who would be out walking around in the snow, building snowmen, I would like to interview them and maybe prepare something ahead of time, or maybe just make it a story. Say, hey, Billy, what would you do if you saw some sticks that were arranged in an arrow and it was pointing down this sidewalk? And who knows what he'll say. He might say, well, I'd follow it, or who knows? So I just kind of bait him along and say, okay, well, what if there were you found more arrows and they kind of took you around the block, and then it took you right up to a stick man made out of just sticks, just like the arrows were made, and there was a stick man at the end of the path. Oh, what would you think about that? He might say, oh, that's pretty neat, or I wonder who put them there, and that's what I would be going for, is how did they get there? Billy, how did those sticks get there? And this is where I'm pretty sure I know what he'd say. Well, someone put them there. I mean, what else could it be? And just a very simplistic example, and maybe it's flawed, but I think it's not bad as far as examples go. It shows how simple some things are that we have decided to make complex, because maybe we don't like the answers, I don't know. My wife has a theory, and she thinks that people choose not to believe in a creator because if the creator does exist, he is obviously superior to us, and he may have, and probably does have, requirements that we are possibly falling short of, and we don't want to be held responsible for his dictates. And that could be. There's someone else watching going real slow. We might have to just dip down here and say hi. So back to my story. For anybody who has done experimentation in a lab, I don't care if it was with a Bunsen burner or something you did in elementary school, junior high, dissection or something, I can promise you this: you observe something, be it an animal, a plant, whatever, and it had a pattern to it. It had specific things about it. It had repeatable things in it. It had a bunch of cells that looked alike, and then different cells that looked alike in that group. It was designed. As ludicrous as it would be for Billy to say, well, those sticks, no one put them there. They just fell off the tree, and they fell into a shape of an arrow, and then later on more arrows, and then a stick man. I would put money on it that no kid would ever say something that ridiculous. But yet, that is what some very well-educated, very well-meaning people think happened with the creation of our earth and the universes beyond. And it has nothing to do, in my opinion, with scientific study or the scientific empirical method. It is simply an opinion that is based not wanting to hear the answers that don't fit the rest of their belief system. And it's sad, but I'm enjoying right now this creation. I'm flying over alfalfa right now. For those of you who don't know, it's a hay, a grass, and it's used in lots of different ways. They make pellets out of it and feed it to cattle. They do all manner of things. You can take alfalfa pills for human health. And you look down here and all this stuff is, it's homogeneous. It's not, there aren't a bunch of freaky outliers out there. It's, I don't know, sometimes it gets frustrating just trying to explain it when it's so plain. It's kind of like the argument that this country had for a while. Thankfully, we're coming out, hopefully, of the stupidity that we would even debate, mind you, the possibility that there are more than two genders, that there is more than male and female. There are all sorts of other ales. Well, maybe that's enough ranting for now. I sure am enjoying flying, and the weather is beautiful, shirt sleeve weather. I like flying around low. I have someone over at a retirement home that wants to see me land, so we'll have to make that happen before it gets too dark. All right, so just why did I make this video? I'm not exactly sure, but maybe someone who's listening who hasn't really put a lot of thought into creation or the universe around us, maybe it will cause you to start pondering deeper things, and maybe you will come to a conclusion that suits your curiosity better than the answers you already have. Because friends, and you are friends, this human race, we should be friends with each other. If somehow your belief system is formed around the ideology of happenstance and chance, I just don't think you've spent much time looking at the creation, considering leaves, considering deciduous plants, considering different rocks and their formations, and animals and their intricacies. My friend, we were designed by a power much higher than us, and that should, I think it should give us much peace and calm, knowing that there is a being greater than us who is concerned for us, who has prepared things for us. It's a pretty wonderful life when you think about it.